love being a professor at Millersville University. It really is my dream job. What I love best really is the students. I am interacting with new minds every single day.
I was just blown away by Dr. Daggett and her connections to other professionals in the field.
She's really high energy and always get this done and let's go try this.
Dr. Daggett specifically has constantly been suggesting opportunities for me, whether it be at the Marine Science Consortium or at Shoals Marine Laboratory, all the trips that I've taken.
We went down and had 2 weeks in Honduras where we dove 2-3 times a day. We looked at the corals, the sponges, the invertebrates, the sharks, rays, turtles. We dove in some of the most pristine coral reefs that are left in the world.
It really has. We have one of the best marine biology programs around, partly because we have an association with the Marine Science Consortium.
As part of my research, I get to do a great deal at places such as the Marine Science Consortium. I'm examining sex pheromones in sharks as they relate to shark reproduction. And so I come back with lots of interesting stories, and my friends say, wow, you're doing that? And I say, yeah, I am.
And these kind of things don't happen without the support of the people who've been there, who've seen the advantage of investing in good education. One good example are some scholarships that we now can offer to our students to take courses at the Marine Science Consortium.
I feel like once that door's been opened for someone, they can reach so much higher.
Once they get down to the Marine Science Consortium or get their hands wet in a lab on campus, working with new equipment bought by a grant from a donor, it can change the direction in their career.
It opens your eyes. It gives you a different way to look at the world.
I joined the library 2 years ago, and it was very apparent to me when I came that the facilities just weren't meeting the needs of a 21st century learner. The library has really moved away from just bringing students together with print resources. Students are very used to Google. Internet searching is like a second nature to them, so we're trying to bring the library up to speed with that so that we can really help them accomplish their goals here at the university.
It used to be mostly a place of research, and independent research, and now with technology advancements, it's really become a collaborative space.
Students do a lot of group work where they'll get assignments that they're not expected to just do something solo, but they're expected to get together in a team and really work on a task and get through that task together. And the library ends up being a really great place to do that kind of work.
Students are going to see a very visible transformation of the space. A lot of collaborative spaces where they can get together with small groups, as well as individual study spaces.
It is going to be a tremendous transformation for the library. The building is old, it's tired, the systems are old and tired, and it's a way that we can help bring new life to the space.
They'll also see a lot more technology in the space, including different connections for their portable devices, including things like iPads, iPhones.
And then also incorporating different types of seating atmospheres, informal seating. So I think having that kind of lounge atmosphere will really bring in students to the space.
Now is really the time to do this for Millersville University's library. This is a 40-year-old building.
Students are excited about the renovation.
Without the support of donors, we wouldn't be able to bring this project to fruition, and an opportunity for the students would be lost.
They're going to have a direct impact on student learning.
And it's really important to show support for the library because it is truly the heart of the campus here, and with the renovation project, we'll be able to see that even more clearly.
We get to use the latest cutting-edge technology in the research field right now, and that's something that not many universities have, and gives us a really good perspective of what a graduate school and a career in research will look like.
By using the nano drop is actually really the only way that it would be feasible to do some of the research that we're doing.
Being allowed to use this machine has really opened my eyes to the newer technologies that we can use nowadays.
And the reason why the nano drop technology is really important because we can use a really small amount and still get all the necessary information that we need.
One of the things that's really special about this is that the donors were actually the developers of this equipment.
I'm really awed that they came up with something so revolutionary, and I'm really thankful for that.
The donation of equipment is, I think, particularly important because These are relatively expensive types of machines. So it allows my students to do real research, the same kind of research that they would do at Penn or Johns Hopkins or Princeton, where all of the labs are federally funded.
I think it's going to be a great boon for the university. It was very natural for me to be able to provide some funds as we were able to support this effort.
I made the decision to be involved in the Millersville University Performing Arts Center by donating money for the dance studio. Many times people find themselves when they get lost in the arts because it takes them outside of themselves.
The arts are important for everyone, and to know that talent like that's going to be nurtured and developed through this program that's going to be made possible there is, it's wonderful.
I get absolutely wonderful fulfillment by being involved in young people and in such a wonderful university.
I think that for those of us that have the ability to provide back to an institution like Millersville, I think that it behooves us to do that and to make that commitment that helped us help new generations of students.
I studied abroad and worked for a member of parliament in Great Britain, and I lived and worked in London for the summer.
Everything about studying abroad really just brings to life the things that you can read in a book, but you can never taste what the words on the pages are. And it's really, an opportunity that you can't miss out on.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to discover about yourself when you're studying abroad.
It really gave me a lot of opportunities to see how I could apply my education and my degree at Millersville into real-world work experience. And it also led to me to take an internship in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, working for the House of Representatives.
When a student wants to study abroad, or they're thinking about it but they're not quite sure, I usually say, where would you go if you could go anywhere in the world? And it really gets the students thinking, it gets them dreaming, where would I go?
Going up to Southeast Asia, through Indonesia, looking to volunteer in orphanages, possibly in rural Indonesia, rural Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam.
Every piece of your time, you will learn something and you will gain something. It'll be changing and wonderful, and just love it and do it.
Millersville really guided me, gave me the ability and the degree to do something that I'm very passionate about.
There's still a lot of students here that aren't able to have this opportunity, primarily for financial means. We talk to a lot of students and their first question is, what about financial aid? How do I pay for this? Like, this sounds awesome, I want to do this, but I just don't think that I can afford it. So to be able to empower all Millersville students with scholarships or with some other way of making study abroad available to everyone would really make a difference to all Millersville students.
When the opportunity came to look at kind of a give back to Millersville, one of the things that was clear to me was to establish something that would really tie together the concept of public service, civic engagement, and active work inside of the community.
To share his knowledge, his expertise, the resources he's provided us with the Walker Center, and all the people that we've met here in Washington, the senators, the congressmen, their staff members, you couldn't ask for a better source of wealth and knowledge.
Through the Leadership Associate and Fellow program, I actually had the opportunity to meet a National Communications Director of one of the United States Senators, so that was pretty cool, and she will help me, I think, open some doors.
I've been lucky enough that during my time at Millersville to my first internship was interning with the congressman. A great experience to kind of see how things operate, how you help constituents.
He was on the front line of politics and the front line of public service.
that just shows, Bob Walker's generosity and his vision for this program.
When it comes to things like the civic engagement, the experience in Washington, that's where we get the hands-on experience, where we actually learn from people who were confused and lost about the same things that we were.
If in some small way the communication between the younger generations and the older generations can inspire a foundation of knowledge, a foundation of experience, I think that's all the good.
We need to make sure that our college students and younger folks are getting involved and staying involved, and maybe one day run for office themselves and be involved in public service.
In order to develop people who are civically engaged and want to go out and work in their communities, they have to be able to have experiences like the Junior Fellows Program, which has been amazing for me.
As empowered peer educators on this campus, we educate the campus about issues such as sexual assault, positive body image, and health relationships by events such as Take Back the Night, where it's just a stage where we allow anyone to come up and speak out against sexual assault or tell us about their experience.
Walk a Mile in Her Shoes is an event where everyone, including men, will wear high heels and walk around the campus for a mile. Just demonstrate that it's difficult to walk a mile in her shoes and that it's okay to speak out against domestic violence.
I feel more than anything that being an empowered peer educator, that as I go on my life, I'll keep the issues that we deal with me.
It has also given me a lot of professional experience, so that I think a lot of skills, communication skills.
Everything that we do unfortunately doesn't come free, as we would hope it would. The funding that we have makes everything possible, and it really means a lot to us.
As a donor, and personally for me and for my wife, we feel that it is important to give back to the university, specifically for student health and wellness. Certainly stress and other emotional problems that students can suffer while they're in college are important to learn how to deal with when they're in their early 20s. The phrase is somewhat trite, but the future is in the hands of our young people. And as our students of today mature into adults, the future of the country and the world is in their hands.
I really enjoy being at Millersville. My mentor, Ms. Jerry Ann Johnson, it's great. She's more than a mentor, she's my friend.
It's much more than just being a mentor. This is a friend for life.
She is always there for me when I have trouble with school or when I was stressed out.
Millersville gave me a lot of opportunity that I would not have had. Neither of my parents graduated from high school, so I was a first college graduate in my family.
I really enjoyed my graduation. It was one of the best days of my life.
Estoy feliz porque salí de la escuela.
She says that she's really glad that I was able to graduate from college, and thanks to that I will have a better future for myself.
Rocio is very determined, despite the challenges and the obstacles that she's faced.
My dad works in a mushroom factory, and he works really hard. The scholarships that I was given were of really great help, because we have gone through a lot of difficult situations, especially when paying for school, because my dad is the only one who works and he doesn't earn a lot of money.
I've been very inspired by her, and in the sense of pay it forward, I've always been happy to help young people who were interested in my particular field, and ways in which I could guide them in the same way that I was helped and guided.
Oh, pues feliz porque...
My mom says that she's really proud and glad that there are people with great hearts out there who give money to the university and who provide us with scholarships for students to pursue their dreams and to have a better future.